We invite you on a journey through the most important events of 2023 in Against the Tide TV and the Megachurch project. This year, the appeal case of Pastor Paweł Chojecki came to an end. 3 pastors testified at one of the hearings. Henryk Skrzypkowski, presbyter, member of the Presidium of the Council of the Baptist Church in Poland, Ireneusz Dawidowicz, pastor of the Baptist Church in Białystok, psychologist, co-founder and vice president of the association Good Hope, and Jerzy, pastor of a house church and former priest. On Monday, June 5th, 1 p.m. local time, the verdict was announced. The Court of Appeal in Lublin upheld the verdict of the Court of First Instance, imposing a sentence of 8 months of restriction of liberty in the form of forced labor. Back in September, Pastor Chojecki appeared at the Lublin Open Air Village Museum to carry out his sentence. The museum refused to let him do so, stating his inappropriate outfit. On the day of the verdict, Pastor Paweł Chojecki announced his run for the presidential elections, which will take place in 2025. The whole story was presented in a series entitled Chojecki Cassation. Pastor Chojecki's trial, as well as his decision to run in the presidential elections, inspired the movement Going for Freedom. During the 15th edition of the International Film Festival in Gdynia, which took place under the patronage of President Andrzej Duda, there was a screening of a film produced by Against the Tide TV titled Righteous Among the Nations, Story of the Jarosz Family. To introduce this film, Pastor Paweł Chojecki spoke about the past persecution of those who stood up for what they believed in and linked it to the persecution of Protestants in Poland today. Wearing a shirt with a banner that read, "Convicted for criticizing the Church and the Law and Justice Party." He appealed to the law and justice authorities, bishops, and to moral Catholics to stop religious persecution in Poland, to not take away freedom of speech and freedom of religion, and to return to the traditions of the First Republic of Poland, in which people from all over the world sought refuge. We invite you to visit our website, Going for Freedom, and our social media related to the Going for Freedom movement. The most important political event of 2023 in Poland were the parliamentary elections held on October 15th, which led the Law and Justice Party to be removed from power. The turnout in this election was a record high and amounted to 74%. It's clear that Poles woke up and went with hope to the polls to support change in Poland. The same channel on YouTube is currently breaking viewing records. On Friday, September 29th, a live pre-election debate took place on our YouTube channel, in which guests answered questions from the 3 blocks: security, economy, and civil liberties. Candidates of the Civic Coalition, New Left, and Liberal Poland Entrepreneurs Strike Party took part in it. Representatives of the Law and Justice, the Confederation, and the Third Way Party refused to participate in this debate. In the pre- and post-election period, we hosted politicians of various political options, including Marta Wcisło from the Civic Coalition, Sylwia Buźniak from the New Left, Piotr Rzetelski from the Third Way, and Jan Krzysztof Ardanowski from Law and Justice. In November, we launched a new program called the Dialogue Zone, where we invite politicians of all political options to discuss live the most important issues for Poland. Among guests were MP Małgorzata Gromadzka from the Civic Platform, MP Radosław Lubczyk from the Polish People's Party, MP Jarosław Sachajko from Kukiz 15, candidate for Sejm from the Law and Justice list, and MP Adam Gomoła from Poland 2050. At that time, Pastor Paweł Chojecki's sermons touched on the current socio-political situation in Poland. With the beginning of the 10th term of the Sejm, our reporters Cezary Kłosowicz and Małgorzata Gazda made their way to Warsaw to comment on the political events straight from Parliament. This resulted in interviews with many politicians. Cezary and Małgorzata reported all the most important decisions and events of the new Sejm in real time, and the new Marshal of the Sejm, Szymon Hołownia, greeted us personally. In 2023, the Lublin Bible Institute continued educational meetings for future Christian leaders from Poland and Ukraine. This year, we held 5 meetings, during which we discussed, among others, issues like how to gain power in the country, the role the media plays in the 21st century church, and the Polish specificity of Christian education and organization of Christian camps. The lecturers were Pastor Paweł Chojecki from the New Covenant Church in Lublin, Krzysztof Kołt from the organization Camp Genesis, Olga Felonenko and Anna Roszkowa from Solid Rock Mission from Ukraine, Pastor Paweł Szczypkowski, member of the Presidium of the Council of the Baptist Church in Poland, as well as American lecturer Professor Buzz McNutt. The academic year ended on Saturday, June 10, 2023. In July, Christians from Poland, Europe, and North America came to the annual Megachurch camp. Every day, we praised God through singing and praying together, and lectures were conducted by Zdzisław Miara, a missionary of the MT28 movement. Henryk Szczypkowski, member of the Presidium of the Council of the Baptist Church in Poland, also visited us. During the camp, there was a city game called Multicultural Lublin in the footsteps of the Lublin Protestants, which was carried out mainly by young people from the Your Move Foundation. As every year, the camp was a great opportunity to build bonds, primarily with God, but also with brothers and sisters in faith. The year 2023 also abundant in missionary trips and foreign visits. We visited the United States twice. The first trip to the US took place under our slogan, #FlyingForFreedom, and took place at the end of May till the start of June. During this trip, our team, under the leadership of Pastor Paweł Chojecki, together with Joe and Anna Wosiak, held a number of Christian conferences in Chicago and Florida. We also visited the Polish Christian Center in Chicago and 2 American churches. We visited the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago and hosted the home of American missionaries David and Donald Bratton, who in 1976 came to Poland with a mission to train leaders of the Light Life movement of Father Blachnicki and stayed in Lublin for 2 years. The second trip to the US under the leadership of Pastor Radosław Kopeć took place between November and December. This time, our mission group stopped in Trenton, New Jersey, New York, and visited Chicago once again. Another missionary group visited Ireland and England twice, the first time in March and the second time at the end of November till the start of December. During the second visit, the missionary group also visited the Netherlands. In October, our Against the Tide team, along with a youth group from the Megachurch, visited a Christian community located on the Czech side of the Chechen Silesia. Last year, thanks to God's help, your support, and the perseverance and courage of some of us, we were able to continue to provide humanitarian aid to war-torn Ukraine. Volunteers of the New Covenant Church in Lublin and representatives of Against the Tide TV were in the vicinity of Odessa and Kherson, where they personally donated gifts from Poland. As part of the Polish-Ukrainian cooperation, our television hosted Denis Serdychenko, pastor of the Odessa National Church in Ukraine, president of the Good Samaritan Foundation, Pastor Anatoly Kołomiec from the International Ministry of Charity Emmanuel from the US, Bishop Sergiusz Wasilewicz Heraszczenko from the Christian Center Source of Life from Zaporizhia in Ukraine. He told us about his participation in rescuing the orphans from Mariupol, a mission in which the members of the New Covenant Church in Lublin and Against the Tide TV also took part in. 2023 also included a variety of new programs. We created regular programs such as biblical workshops, Wieczorek at the Microphone, and the already mentioned political program, The Dialogue Zone. We also launched a new series of programs for kids and their parents and released some new episodes of The Adventures of Bromeczek. We prepared a few programs that give a closer look into the life of Polish Protestants. A vlog titled A Day in the Life of Protestants, a reportage called Where Shall We Go on Sunday? Closer to each other, closer to God, and Simply Protestants. In addition, we had some Christmas vlogs from Eunika and Cornelia titled Christmas Differently. We launched an app, I Read the Bible, which aims to help with starting the great adventure with the Word of God. This year was abundant in our music productions. Against the Tide TV's music band greeted 2023 with a New Year's Christmas Carol concert. Our band also played 3 freedom concerts in connection with the trial of Pastor Chojecki. The first one took place on Against the Tide TV's stage and the two others at the Litewski Square in Lublin. Against the Tide TV recorded and broadcasted the concert of the Moody Bible Institute Choir from Chicago and a concert of Polish and American airmen called Stronger Together. We hosted Vox, a music band which is getting ready to release a new album. Our television also produced a cover for the song of Jacek Kaczmarski, The Waiting Room, performed by Radosław Kopeć, Mateusz Czosnowicz, Lidia Kopeć, and Weronika Machała. There's also a rap from Szymon Żuk, titled I Say Hi to the Priest. We finished off 2023 musically with a concert of Christmas songs and carols. Thank you for being with us and helping us reach almost 1,000 supporters each month. Together, we strive forwards because Against the Tide is more than just a television.